Alright. Welcome everybody back to Lazy Actors channel. Coming with another little quick update video and a little bit of a guide on your instant while running. This is your alternate technique. I'm only making the video because my previous video still matters. So if you watch the previous instant while running and that's the way you've been practicing, that's the way you like to do it, just try this version, as it turned out to be more consistent and easier for me. It's going to come down to personal preference. Okay, so in the previous video, I talked about doing either a double forward and then the last forward input, so double forward, hold the forward and hit your command, or forward, double forward, hold the last one, hit your command. And that is still a valid technique. There's nothing wrong with it. It's all down to how you personally like to do the command and what turns out to be more consistent for you. This version is we're going to treat it a bit more like a just frame, and what I mean by that is I'm going to do forward, but instead of holding it on the last forward, I'm going to hit my command at the same time. Very deliberately. And it's just more consistent for me. This is what I find easier. And the trick here is to know you're not ever going to always land this technique, right? If your hands are cold, if it's windy outside, if your cat died, if you think your dick is small, you're going to mess it up more on some days than other days. So my best advice to you is to know your options when you do. So normally, for King, because my channel is mainly about King, so let's do you're doing King's running grab, and you mess it up. Well, the worst case scenario, as long as you didn't whiff it, is they tech a grab, pretty easy to tech grab. Okay, that's fine. You just did a generic grab. You just go on the defensive, or you can. Actually, I think the generic grab leaves you. Yeah, you have to go on the defensive, I think. So there's nothing wrong with that. So it's not a big deal. For Dragunov, it's you either get this move here, which leaves me at -12, which sucks because I can be punished, or I complete it, or I get this and follow it up with the knee, which if it counter hits, gives me some kind of thing here. Oh yeah. But those are my options. So keep in mind the two ways to do it. Figure out which one you like to do more, which one you think is easier for you. Everybody's different, so and no matter which way you're doing it, you are still going to struggle. I want to make sure everybody understands that. Both ways are still incredibly hard to do. The top players in the world miss these commands. Novi and JCDR, whichever the fuck his name is, when they play Dragunov, I see them, when I watch their videos, I see them, you can almost tell when they miss it. So don't get discouraged if you're not hitting it. You know, it's going to take practice. And in the clutch, when you've got one hit till death and this is your only out, sometimes you're going to make it, sometimes you're not. So the whole entire game is about practice. The more you practice, the better you get. When you beat other people, it just means you practiced more and that made you better than them. So with that, guys, that's the end of the video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the video below. I will answer any questions, I will address any comments, and I will most likely make fun of your concerns. That was a joke. So until next time, I'll see you in the next video.